go with like.
No, boys, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't like this game anymore. I don't like this sport anymore.
I was actually, Shane, I wanted to check with you. Are you happy that there's going to be at least one mama in the Super Bowl?
I feel sick.
Because Kendrick is still going to be there.
I don't know what a Kendrick Lamar is, but I will tell you one thing. It is Thursday night. It's 8:30 in the evening. Third Long Podcast is on the air. I am, of course, the incomparable Shane Harris. Above me is my beautiful, beautiful baby Hope. And top left is the OG of the podcast, Mr. Oliver Butler Henderson. And yes, my boy, the Scarlet Pimpernel, has returned. Mr. Philip Perrins is in the house with us once again. Right, as I said, it's been a while since we've all been together, so I'll start with my beautiful little cherub above me. How are you, my old buddy? How are you, baby Hope?
I'm good. It's been a pretty long week, and I'm tired, but I'm looking forward to the conference final this weekend. And I'm very happy that Baltimore are not in it.
Anyway, enough from sourpuss above me. OBH, how's tricks, bud? Oh. He's having proper time.
No, yeah, I mean, apart from having issues with technology this end, which seems to be an issue at the moment in my life, work-wise and all that. Yeah, good, my friend, good. Let's go ahead and get this show under the roll and get talking to NFL.
Oh yeah. But before we do, I do have to ask my old buddy, Mr. Philip Perrins, to see where he's been, what he's been doing, what's going on, what are you wearing? Come on, tell us.
All right. So, so the start of the year has been like absolutely just manic. I had parents' evening last week on Thursday because that's literally what we do. We schedule parents' evening for Thursdays, and I've just playing football. I haven't talked to my football team since Sunday because they really upset me because we got absolutely humped 6-0 and I stormed off the pitch and haven't talked to them.
You let 6 goals in?
I did.
Did you?
You call yourself a goalkeeper?
And I got really annoyed because we've played 3 games now in a row where we've lost. We've been humped every single time and we haven't scored a goal from open play. So we scored 1 goal, which was a penalty last week. And I was so vexed. So I haven't talked to any of my teammates at all. I just blocked them.
Yeah, it sounds like great.
You just block them.
I just blocked them. No, I just don't want to.
You sound like a great teammate.
No, because there's only so much you can feel like when you just get humped all the time, and not like in a really kind of like cool, sexy way. Like you're just being pummeled because you don't even turn up, and it's just horrible. So I've just blocked. I haven't even told them, Shane, that I'm not playing Sunday yet because I'm out with you all day. So I'm going to tell them Saturday evening. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not going to be able to play now.
He's got a skills of Andre Onana and the personality of Roy Keane.
Well, I just never mind. So there's that. What else?
I mean, surely Andre Onana wouldn't let 6 goals in, 3 or 4 maybe, but not 6.
Not yet. There's still time.
Right, this is how I know Baby has never played any form of competitive sports because he forgets that in the game of football, the ball has to go past 10 other players before it gets to you.
No, I tended to play on 5 side. Basketball.
Basketball, really?
Yeah.
He's tall enough.
He is tall enough, yes. He's a big old lad, old baby.
I was going to say
he's no Steph Curry, but he's handy.
No, he's more like Larry Bird.
Don't say Curry, I get eaten all day.
Oh, gentlemen. Oh, wow. Yep. Sure, he has to talk about some football.
No.
It's championship weekend. Oh my god.
Yeah, but Shane, the best thing is we get to leave you to the last game of the NFL. So we can literally make you suffer until, for about 25 minutes, maybe even half an hour. Depends how long
I've suffered enough over the course of the last couple of days. Thank you very much.
Oh,
So let's get in.
You'll be suffering for when I'm waiting for 4 past you too.
I wouldn't surprise me.
Right. Let's start with the Texans and the Chiefs. Not about the game, but a couple of very interesting roughing the passer calls, shall we say?
I mean,
the one with Will Anderson.
Even Troy Aikman and Joe Buck started getting annoyed at it.
I mean, the one where Will Anderson pushed him literally half a second after he threw the ball, and I am going to come to Phil with this because he's a former defensive end. And then you had the one where he was dancing around in the pocket, running around the outside for a bit, saw 2 players to him, and then fell to the floor. And they probably headbutted each other themselves more than they hit him. And then the one where he was scrambling to go out of bounds, and then slowed down and threw himself in the air.
Yeah, if I was a ref, I would have flagged that unsportsmanlike conduct, 15 yards on Patrick Mahomes.
You wouldn't know because the league wouldn't let you.
Honestly, they need to do that in the off season. Make diving like that an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
They do it in the football, don't they? Yellow card.
Yeah.
Mr. Parent, you're a defensive end, former defensive end. You've had your quarterback hit you a few times, or you've been hitting quarterbacks a few times. Roughing the passer calls. How do you feel about those calls?
I was listening to like a couple of like podcasts this week that were talking about the same thing, and I kind of have to agree. Patrick Mahomes isn't the only quarterback that does this, by the way. Like in terms of like the flopping on the floor. Josh Allen, has also done it as well this season. So like he is not, so like Patrick Mahomes is obviously just the high profile one because he is the superstar, A-level, A-lister player in the NFL.
Natural dark arts.
All it does, right? All Patrick Mahomes does is it puts more of a target on his back because he's not particularly liked. If you listen to like other NFL players respect Patrick Mahomes, but they don't like Patrick Mahomes. And it's the same with like the Chiefs. Nobody likes the Chiefs. And I've been saying this since the start of the season. I think all it does is just makes oppositional players or the defense players literally get more and more irate when playing against him because you want to obviously take him down, you want to stop him, you want to neutralize him. But because of like his little theatricality, like almost being like Neymar-esque, he still gets away, and he is massively overly protected. And I will agree that. Just take my biased hat off. I do think Patrick Mahomes is massively overly protected.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's by the refs, whether or not it's by the league, whatever. And I would be absolutely fuming because it's a fair challenge. It's a fair, proper tackle. He throws himself back, and it's made himself look more like a prat. Yeah, so I would be properly fuming. I know that's a very long way of saying it, but he's not the only quarterback that does it, but he's the biggest profile quarterback that does it.
Agreed. I mean, Mahomes has all the skill, all the talent. I mean, look at the touchdown pass to Kelsey. He was rubbed to the ground. He was falling to the ground. He still managed to make a really good, really accurate pass with a nice spiral that Kelsey was on his own. Oh, got the ball. Thank you very much. And you've got to still really keyed off, the best way to put it, if you're the Texans, because the one penalty, especially on Will Anderson, they got them to 3 and out.
Yeah.
It's the penalties seem to be going along to Mahomes, to the Chiefs in big moments, not in little moments, but in big moments. Maybe.
To be fair, I know they got massively helped out by the refs, but Kelsey showed up in the playoffs as he always does.
Yep.
I mean, it's not like those guys. These guys can actually win a playoff game.
We won one. We won one.
Yeah, how many
Strong.
away playoff games have you guys won in like the last 5 years?
6 and 11.
Six,
Sorry, I just-
5 Super Bowl titles.
Boys, ultimately, none of it matters, is it? None of it matters ultimately, if you think about it.
It kind of does.
Does it though? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're doing. What you're doing.
Like,
What you're
not
doing the
typically,
season.
but, like, Brock Purdy
I mean-
has a better playoff record than two-time MVP Lamar Jackson.
Sorry, soon
You
to be
got a
3-time,
point.
by the way.
Still no. We all know Josh Allen's going to win it.
Yeah.
I like that Patrick Mahomes wasn't nominated, but
It's good. We like that. I got a lot of time for that.
I have a lot of time for that.
I mean,
He's not played well.
Speaking about time for
there's,
that.
there's been five people nominated for MVP, and out of those 5, Lamar Jackson is going to come 5th.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, right? If they go, right, half trophy to you, half trophy to you.
You think they're going to go co-MVP?
I reckon they could go. It wouldn't be the first time. It's been done
I know.
before. I can't remember when. Mr. Perez is the history man. He would know.
Well,
But it has been done before.
I think Peyton Manning was one of the 2 co-MVPs one year.
Yeah. I would Google
No,
it.
but the thing is, Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson. Of the big 4 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson is 4th.
All right, this isn't a Lamar bashing moment yet. We've got a couple more games before we
I
get
know.
to the Lamar bashing moment.
Have a
Okay.
minute now.
What about the game in general? It wasn't the flashy game that it could have been. I mean, I do think that if the Texans were at full strength and Kiami Fairbairn hadn't missed the PAT and the field goal, it would have been 23-18. It could have been a different story. And they wouldn't have to chase it as much as they did in the end. But it is, in the end of the day, that's the case of what happened. So,
If Jake Moody, that's just like saying if Jake Moody hadn't missed that PAT, it would have gone to overtime, and the Niners would have won the Super Bowl, and then Shane would have probably cried all season.
But I didn't have to because you didn't.
3 playoff wins, 2 MVPs.
Okay, soon it'll be 3 MVPs and 3 playoff wins. Yeah. You could use Phil's old Vikings joke about us as well. Now go on, go for it.
Yeah, the whole why
Apparently, January and Baltimore choking in the playoffs go hand in hand these days.
Hey Phil, why do the Ravens wear purple?
I don't know, baby. Why do the Ravens wear purple?
Because they choke so much in the playoffs.
Okay. Talk about choking into the playoffs. Shall we roll into Detroit?
Oh, that is.
Oh.
I mean, we say Lamar chokes. This is the ultimate choke.
Right.
Arguably a bigger choke job.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here, and I believe we've said probably since about week 10 that the injuries will derail Detroit's Super Bowl ambitions this year.
3 words. 3 words.
Go on then.
Next man up.
Agreed,
Yeah.
next man up. But if you're losing the likes of Hutchinson, you're losing your starting corners, you're losing your starting linebackers, you're losing, David Montgomery shouldn't really be playing because he's got playing with half a knee. You're going to be struggling. And that's when we said they had 19 players on IR going into the postseason. 19. That's more than
That's
the rest
insane.
of the division put together. Rest of the AFC division put together. Okay.
NFC division.
NFC North division put together. Okay. We said, I swear it's from about week 10 onwards that the injuries are going to literally stifle their Super Bowl chance. And are we wrong? Would they have won that game if they had the likes of Hutch? If they had the likes of Rodrigo and all these, they're the starter players. Would they have won? Would they have beaten the Commanders?
Because
Okay,
Goff decided to open a bakery.
He only says every twice. You don't feel as
Baby's
instant by
had his shredded wheat today. He's feeling great.
I know, right?
Hey, he's on it today.
Yeah, I mean, I do think the injuries are. I mean, I'm not going to take away from the Washington Commanders because they were superb.
They were
Absolutely superb that day. 100%.
I mean,
I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
what
So,
have you for? I think it might have been OBH. Might have slightly criticised Brian Robinson. I think he listened to you.
I think I said it. I didn't rate it. I didn't think he was that good. I didn't think he is that good.
He was pretty good on Saturday nights.
Apparently, that field
yeah,
was
very
fire.
good Saturday night. Was it running? He was running for. Yeah, he was impressive, really impressive coming forward that night. But yeah, I was impressed with him. He played incredibly well, to be fair. Makes a nice change. What have we got about this game going forward? Sorry, parents.
No, it was just kind of like this off season for like the Lions, and you know we massive fans of like Dan Campbell. We're massive fans of what he's done, what he's achieved, and many of us genuinely thought around this table now thought they would be playing in the Super Bowl and they would be taking on the Chiefs. Like I was saying it quite a lot into it, and to then get that number one seed and then be done and not even turn up for not even really turn up. And we can say, yes, injuries, derail, blah, 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 blah. But next man up. I mean, there was no sympathy for us when we crashed out. No sympathy. Because we were the Avengers and everybody wanted the Avengers to, crash and burn. But
no, you're Thanos.
Yeah, well, yeah. I wish we're Thanos. That's how it feels like, being one of the Chiefs. Like literally, just click and they get whatever. Anyway,
we're all good now. We all hate them now.
They've lost quite a lot of their coaches as well. Like they're going to lose their OC. They're going to lose their DC. There's a couple of other coaches.
They've already lost their OC and DC.
But
yeah, we've got that in news in a minute, my friend.
So has this Super Bowl window? Like I generally think their Super Bowl window is closing. They won't be dominant next year. They won't be as dominant next year. They'll get to the playoffs because they've still got really, really good pieces. But I don't think they are going to be the team in the NFC next year.
I mean, with Eberflus as your DC, you're kind of tempting fate.
Yeah.
Have they got Eberflus in as a DC?
Yeah.
I've missed. When did that break? Because I've missed that one.
About half an hour ago.
Oh, okay. I was at training then, so yeah, I would have missed that. Fair enough. That makes sense. Oh, I mean, wow. I mean, yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. Jeez. I mean, I do feel sorry for these Detroit fans. I mean, I also think you Detroit fans have become very spoiled very quickly, and the way you reacted to this playoff defeat is outrageous. It wasn't long ago that you were 0-16 and picking number one consistently in the top 3 or 4 picks for about a decade and a half. And yet you're lucky enough you got the number one seed. Okay? You were points the best football team in this league. Yes, your team has been ravaged with injuries, but you don't need to go and Jared Goff's done with me, get rid of him, the trade was pointless, we should never get him, we're not going to go anywhere. Ben Johnson, you can get one, I'm glad you're going. Aaron Glenn, I'm glad you're going. Let's see how you're going to do next season without your OC, without your DC, without your defensive line coach. Let's see what Dan Campbell is like as a man management now.
Yeah.
Because you really need it now. And I've not seen a play caller as good as Ben Johnson, as inventive as Ben Johnson in my time in watching the NFL.
Oh, well,
Every week.
By the way, that's not confirmed. I just saw a tweet about Matt Eberflus. I'm not sure how reliable it is.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan, prime Kyle Shanahan was pretty awesome at play calling and play designing.
Every week we saw a different style of trick play that they brought in. The creativity in this gentleman was electric, and I think he's going to be amazing when he's with Caleb. Sorry.
I've got some breaking news.
Yep.
The Texans have fired their team president.
Ooh,
Really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Wow.
Ralph Sheep broke it 3 minutes ago. The
Yeah,
Texans
I've
have
just seen
fired
it
their
come through on mine.
team president, Greg Grissom.
Wow.
Oh, I wonder where that is then.
Wow. That
Something's
come
happened
from
there.
nowhere. Okay. Snowball game part 1, ladies and gentlemen. And LA Rams are a dome team, and they did not like the snow very much on Sunday night, did they, gentlemen? Don't laugh too much, parents.
You know what? I love this. This was actually low-key my game of the week, and nothing to do with like the score, nothing to do with the fact that the Rams got turned over, but I actually full-on loved it because you just see like the players skid on the snow. I loved it for every field goal because they weren't allowed to like have somebody on the pitch to kind of clear it off. You see all like these linemen literally on the floor, literally like batting it away. It was amazing, and I think there was one turnover, and I think it was like the Eagles that ran into the end zone and started doing
Snow Angels.
Angels. It was amazing. I loved it. Like genuinely, go back and watch it. I actually showed the highlights to my form on Monday morning. And it was like the condensed highlights that you get on YouTube. And the game starts with not a very lot. And then for every clip, it just gets like worse and worse and worse.
It's whiter and white.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
The NFL actually tweeted a time lapse of the Lincoln Financial Field getting snowier and snowier.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Amazing.
It was one of the best. It was a really good game to watch as well. Saquon Barkley, 420-something yards against the LA Rams in 2 games.
Yeah, he broke
and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he broke the franchise record in week 12, didn't he?
Yeah. There you go. You've had your hand patiently up for about 2.5
Okay.
minutes.
So Matt Stafford played in Detroit for a while. It's cold in Detroit, right?
Yeah, but they play in a dome.
Yeah, but it's a dome. So, in snow games, Matthew Stafford is 1-9.
Wow. I mean, to be fair, he only ever played Green Bay regularly outdoors and Minnesota up till 2016, I think, when they moved into
But he still went to Soldier Field every year. He still went to Lambeau every year. And in snow games, he is 1-9.
But it also made me chuckle as well that even the commentators saying, I think it was Brady actually said, look, they've got to play hurry up football. He was working for Philadelphia. Hurry up football is what they've got to do. And Philadelphia doing it, bang, 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 driving the ball down the field. Saquon Barkley is Saquon Barkley, different grade altogether. But fast football worked.
Yeah.
Quick huddles, no huddles, it worked. Got the defense off the kilt. Yet the LA Rams didn't really get into it until they were 2 scores down, and only really then started playing fast football with about 4 minutes left to go. Maybe.
Have you seen the picture where Saquon Barkley is literally at the line of scrimmage, and Jayden Hurts already celebrating a touchdown?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen that, and I've also seen Saquon Barkley running past Jard. Is it Jard Verse? Yeah,
Jard Verse.
literally going like there, just laughing at him because when he's running away from him for his first touchdown, it's like,
yeah. I mean, Verse got the kind of reception I was expecting him to get after what he said in the week.
Oh, what? Not like in the Philadelphia.
He's public enemy number 1 in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he couldn't wait to get that 77 grand for getting into the next round. That didn't go well at all, did it? But he's a rookie. He'll learn. He's an incredible talent, and you'll learn. You'll learn to know when to shut your mouth and when to talk. And going into that game obviously wasn't the time to talk because you wound up your operation, you've got the fans on your back. If it was in SoFi, maybe yes. But you don't go to Lincoln Financial Field and wind up the Philadelphia fans who are absolutely
Crazy.
insane. They give the away team more grief than any other team in this league.
Unless you're a 49er.
True.
That worked pretty well. Debo waving at the crowd. Greenlaw punching Big Dom. That worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah. Oh yes. Right. Mr. Harris.
I've been waiting for this all week.
There's a reason why I didn't say much about the Rams-Eagles game. I did have it on. I did watch it. I do my due diligence for these games. But I was too busy being on pins about the Ravens-Bills matchup. And I've been saying to anyone that wants to listen that they beat us. I said it on Andy's show. I said it on our show. And I was right. I was right not to get my hopes up. And I didn't. Even though, of course, I watched the game. Of course, I was heartbroken by Mark Andrews dropping that pass for the 2-point conversion. I love the bloke. These things happen. It is what it is. No blame attached. If we were good enough,
mid-tight end. Mid-tight end.
No, not mid-tight end at all. Right at the end of the day, you've got to stick by your players, whether they have bad times or good times. There's people, as I've said all this season about Justin Tucker as well. He can do no wrong in my eyes. He saved us on so many occasions. Save with David De Gea. Does no wrong in my eyes. You know, he saved us on so many occasions too. But the thing is, these things happen. It's the snow game as well. They were probably freezing, even though that's not an excuse. It's in Buffalo. That did make a massive difference to the outcome of the game. Even though
it was in Baltimore.
2 points. It was in Buffalo, you daft.
Yeah, but it snows in Baltimore. So I can't use the snow as an excuse.
Yes, I can, and I will, right? But anyway, so I've obviously watched the game, but I've been trying to keep away from anything Ravens related this week because it just hurts. But I'm just looking at the stats here. We had 416 total yards of offense against Buffalo's 273. Ergo, we were the better side. And if you want to look at the quarterback comparison as well, LJ threw for 18 for 25, 254 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Let's not talk about that pick. Josh Allen was 16 for 22. I haven't finished. This is the last time I'm talking about my team for the rest of the season. Give me my moment. So Josh Allen was 16 for 22, 127 yards. So, but then Josh Allen did take this game by the scruff of the neck and score in 2 rushing touchdowns himself. As I said, we shot ourselves in the foot again. Go on then, baby. Come on. Where we go.
So, Lamar might have thrown for whatever many yards. That pick was possibly one of the worst picks I've ever seen. And I've been watching Brock Purdy for 2 years.
What the fuck?
Awful.
I watched Matt Jones for 2 years.
Brock Purdy's done some bad picks this year. But I don't even know what Lamar was trying to do. It looked like he threw it down the DB's throat. It looked like that's who he was targeting. The wide receiver was about 4 yards the other way.
It was a bad throw.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you. You were absolutely spot on. I didn't know where he was going.
And
the only thing I can think,
Josh Allen did run into touchdowns.
Josh Allen played well. Josh Allen is right. My Tuppence worth. Yes. Lamar still managed to keep you in the game. Yes. He threw a horrendous pick, and I agree with Ollie. That's one of the worst throws I've seen all year. It was like from an elite quarterback that everyone thinks he is. That is one of the worst throws I've seen ever. I mean, he didn't just miss the wide receiver. He overthrew him by about 5 yards. Shocking throw. And then the fumble by him.
The wide receiver was in a different state.
Yeah. And then he had the fumble as well, trying to force things. Okay. This is the difference with Lamar and Josh Allen. This was what Josh Allen was like a couple of years ago. Always trying to, with Stephon Diggs, always trying to force it, always trying to find Stephon Diggs, always trying to be that big, flashy, fancy play. Now he knows, right, okay, now I know when to play. Now I know when to throw it. Now I know when to run. He takes the risk when he knows it's a calculated risk that is more likely to pay off than, oh, it's a risk, but I trust my mind. It's a risk, I'll throw it anyway. It's a very calculated risk, and he's very, very good at it. And then he got his running skills, and he can't get tackled. You know, you've got two running wide cornerbacks, get my words right in a minute, that are very good at running for very different reasons. Lamar is slippery, he's elusive, he's very quick.
Yeah.
We take the mick out of him being a running back because he is that kind of player. He does run. And then you got Josh Allen, who's built like a tank, who's more like Derrick Henry style to bring down, but they know how to do it at the right time.
Non-rapey Ben Roethlisberger. That's what Josh Allen reminds me of.
Yeah,
big arms,
exactly.
big legs,
excellent comparison.
Players, athletic. Like we're talking prime Big Ben, not like Big Mac Ben.
Big Mac Ben, love that one. But yeah, I mean, fair play to the Ravens. They kept themselves in it. The defense showed up when they needed to and kept them down to Buffalo to as minimal as humanly possible. Fair play. Love that one. But your running back, your running back didn't really do a lot. Your quarterback turned the ball over too many times. Your offense stalled. Didn't really do enough. And these were, the second highest scoring team in the league?
Mm-hmm.
Most yardage in the league, bar Detroit. And yet, you couldn't get it done against a beaten up Buffalo team. Sorry, mate.
But they miss Zay Flowers a lot.
Oh, 100% that one.
Yeah.
100% missing Zay Flowers was a big blow. He's that pressure valve.
It's funny, right? There was a fumble last year which cost us against the Chiefs. There was a fumble this year which cost us against the Bills. There's no way on this earth is Lightning going to strike 3 times next season. No way.
No, you only make the playoffs next season.
Don't be too harsh on him.
I was going to say, I don't think that's the case, in all honesty. I'm not just saying this because I'm ever so slightly biased. There's talent all over the field. I'm surprised you didn't make it this year.
Well, you've been listening all season. He's been bashing the Niners all season. Let me have this.
You've been having this all week.
Right. I am going to say something, though. Buffalo Bills Mafia are class.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know where you're going. I know
grand they've done for Mark Andrews.
Is it 100 grand now?
They've made 100 grand on it now. It was 95 this morning, and it's now at 100.
Last time I saw it was 10K.
No, 95 grand.
Firstly, I'm disgusted at the way our fan base has treated Mark Andrews. How can I swear it?
No, you're not allowed
to. Can I swear?
No.
Oh, okay. How bloody dare you do that to somebody who was, not just a player but a person? And the fact that the Bills Mafia have basically started a GoFundMe to donate money to his diabetes fund is an incredible gesture. That's so thoughtful. That's amazing of them. Go on, Phil.
Can I read out Mark Andrews' Twitter explanation quickly that he posted 5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
So he said, "It's impossible to adequately express how I feel. I'm absolutely gutted by what happened on Sunday. I'm devastated for my teammates, my coaches, and Ravens fans. I pour every ounce of my being into playing at the highest level possible because I love my team and the game of football like nothing else. That's why it's taken me until now to collect my thoughts and address this publicly. Even though the shock and disappointment are unlike anything I felt before, I refuse to let the situation define me. I promise that this adversity will only make me stronger and fuel us as we move forward. I thank everyone that has shown me and our team genuine support these past several days. Despite the negativity, I've seen heartfelt love and encouragement, including from those who have generously donated to the Breakthrough T1D organization. Even when the moment seems darkest, perspective can reveal that there's still a lot of light in this world. I'm going to do my part to bounce back and contribute to it. # God bless." So that was
class act all the way. Class act all the way.
was posted this morning by Mark Andrews on Instagram.
Mr. P.
Are we really surprised though about like the Baltimore Ravens, because they literally
Here
have
we
a
go.
statue of a serial killer?
Yeah, this again.
They also defended Ray Rice, and you know,
No, they didn't.
well, I didn't say you personally. I mean, like the organization.
No, they didn't. They got rid of him.
Yeah, but they did like a whole Luis Suarez thing until they actually saw the footage.
What do you mean to the whole Luis Suarez thing? Explain
You know,
yourself.
like when all the team, like all the fans were like going, "Oh, free Luis," or like, you know, Luis Suarez did nothing. Then it came out that he's a massive racist, and nobody actually talks about that. Always the victim, never the villain. But like, you know, so are we really surprised that an organization that has a statue of a serial killer and are proud of him would be, you know, criticize a poor, overpaid tight end?
You get away with these things. I'm going to say these things.
What can I say?
Public forum, no less.
Podcast.
You just think of Stephen A. Smith.
I mean, it was.
Oh yeah, we lost 5 next year.
It wasn't even a hard pass to catch. It was a good throw.
Maybe the last thing you caught was cold, right? At the end of the day,
if anything, it was a little low and a little to the right of him. But yeah, you know, it was an area where you expect someone who can catch, who makes some bloody good catches. I saw him in the bloody regular season make some great catches. He should have caught that ball, mate. Cold or not, cold, it's a catchable ball in the day. Right, last game before we go on to the news, because there's a hell of a lot of news and we're running out of time. Very quickly, the Notre Dame lost to Ohio State in the 23-34 defeat for the NCAA final. I was right. Will Howard, in my opinion, has probably made himself QBR1 going into this draft.
Well, that wasn't very hard. He played very well.
At one point, the first 2 touchdowns, he was 12 and 12.
Yeah.
And ran to 40-odd yards. But I also do think as well that Notre Dame gassed Riley Leonard in that first drive. And he was basically cooked for the next 2 quarters.
That freshman wide receiver there for Ohio State, God, he's good.
Oh, Smith.
Smith, yeah.
Yeah. I
know. Ohio State say they think he's better than Garrett Wilson was at that point, and that's high praise.
He is outstanding talent,
and he's a freshman.
Yeah, 2 more years until he goes into the NFL. Absolutely insane. Fair play to Ohio. The first time they've won the big games is 2016. No, it's been Alabama, Michigan. It's the first time that
Alabama, Michigan, and Georgia, pretty much.
Yeah, first time Notre Dame have made the big game in, I think it's nearly 25 years. I think it is. I think it's 1989. Last 1998, I think it was, something like that. Last time they made the big game themselves. Yeah, really good game. Really enjoyed that one. Baby, would you mind playing the next little video, please, my friend, for the next segment?
This is the news in 60.
Yeah. So yeah, I did have it all set up, all nicely prepped, and then my internet decided to work. Hence, I'm on my phone, running off my phone, not off the computer like I normally would do. But what a disastrous 24 hours for Detroit Lions, with starting off with their offensive coordinator Ben Johnson leaving to go to their divisional rivals, the Bears, to take their head coaching position there. Aaron Glenn has left their DC position and gone to take the head coaching role in New York at the Jets. Their D lineman coach, Terrell Williams, has become the Patriots' new defensive coordinator, while the Patriots have re-signed Josh McDaniels for his 3rd stint as an offensive coordinator in New England. Yes, 3rd stint. Absolutely crazy. I can't mad there. I think Mr. Perrins and Mr. Hope probably called this about 4 weeks ago when Trent Baalke was making a load of noise. Has been fired by the Jacksonville Jaguars today.
Even in Jacksonville, he's still screwing over the Niners.
Yep. And finally, I don't think I've missed anything else. Maybe Hope will quote me on that one. Madrid will be hosting Spain's first ever game, regular season game, when the Miami Dolphins go over there as the designated home team.
Yep.
Gentlemen,
The only thing I wanted to add to that, which I've literally just seen on social media now, is that reportedly the Dallas OC, Brian Schottenheimer, is closing in on being Dallas's new head coach.
yeah, I have seen him be. They were second. He was really impressed with his first interview. They were going to second interview him today. It's the last time I heard of that one. Which
I did see something on social media about half an hour ago saying that Eberflus is expected to become the new defensive coordinator of Dallas, of Detroit. But I now can't find that.
no. Right, let's start with Detroit. I have missed a couple of items, but like I said, it's rolling through the bottom at the moment. Let's start in Detroit. That we mentioned about it when we were talking about when we were talking about the Detroit game. Obviously, Ben Johnson going to Chicago. That has got to be really rubbing salt into the wound, doesn't it, Baby Hope?
This happens every year to teams that are successful. It's happened to the Niners. It happened to the Ravens last year. There's a brain drain.
Oh no, completely. I completely agree with that. It happens year in and year out. I suppose a good thing how having Josh McDaniels as the OC in New England. Let's face it, no one's going to take him as a head coach again.
That's true.
What do you make of the goings, and how do you think they're going to go in New York and Chicago? Baby Hope. No, let's go to Mr. Parents first.
I think the Chicago one's the one that I'm more interested in. I think Ben Johnson's got a lot of hype coming into this position. I don't think there's been as much hype around a first-time head coach for quite some time. Maybe McDaniels going to Miami, there was a lot of hype when he went there in recent years. But in terms of how much money in the bank, he's got as in terms of goodwill. I do think though how it ended in Detroit. I mean, you heard rumblings going into the game that he'd already told the players that he was going to be leaving, and then whether or not the Detroit fans having their social media meltdown saying that he's cost them, his heart wasn't in it, yada yada yada. I think that's the more interesting location to go to out of the availability that is actually currently on there. New York, I don't see either New York teams really progressing in the short to mid term. I think the interesting move is, I know you touched upon it, and I don't want to talk about it too much at the moment, but what's happening in Jacksonville. That's what I want to have a wee chat with after we've had a little discussion here.
Yeah, definitely. Aaron Glenn going back home to New York. Mr. Harris.
What's he going to do, boys? I mean, what's he going to do within that toxic environment? The fact that you could employ anybody. You could employ, you could employ the hoodie. You could bring him from his college career now that he's got into the New York Jets to have his second stint. And you still couldn't do a lot. Because that organization is rotted from the inside out. As long as they got Aaron Rodgers, things will not change in New York. No matter who you have in the hot seat.
Rodgers is leaving.
We don't know.
Allegedly leaving, yeah.
At the moment, he's still there.
Is that the same as allegedly leaving as Jimmy Butler from Miami Heat?
I don't know what that means. Sorry.
For those of you who know, United just gone 1-0 up.
Yeah.
So what?
Goal.
Man United
1-0 to United.
Upper Reds. Thank you very much.
Baby Hope, your fingers. I've got to be careful what said your fingers up.
He's had, do you know what? Someone's replaced his fruit shoot with Red Bull tonight. He's right on one.
So Aaron Glenn is a defensive coach, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
The defense wasn't the problem. The Jets have an okay defense.
Well, You say that their defense was pretty poor.
Okay, it was better than their offense. I know that wasn't hard, but I think they needed to go and get somebody to sort out their offense and keep Jeff Ulrich or go get a defensive coordinator. I believe Robert Saleh's available. I know that's a joke, by the way. But yeah, I just think they probably should have gone for an offensive mind rather than a defensive mind, in my opinion.
The problem is, like we said, we don't know what Rodgers is doing. We don't know if he's going to retire. We don't know if he's going to go back for a year. We don't know if he's gone, right, sod it, I'm going to go to Las Vegas and live it up there for a year. We don't know.
He's going to stay in his cave for another
I
year.
think that may be the interesting. I don't know what Aaron Rodgers is going to do yet. I haven't heard anything about a darkness retreat or anything like that. I finished Enigma, by the way, and that's brilliant. My perception of Aaron Rodgers completely and utterly changed as a person, to be fair. But we don't know what he's going to do. And I think that may be, right, okay, let's go to someone to show, right, okay, we're going to make sure that teams do not score against us. If they do, it's going to be bare minimum. And he is one of the best defensive coordinators in the league at the moment. Fair play. So it makes sense. And then they're going to get this young, maybe super brain, young offensive coordinator to go, right, okay, let's make our offense exciting. Let's bring some fans into New York because, oh my God, they need it.
Also, like the Giants are going to sell many tickets.
Yeah.
True. Mr. Perrins, you alluded to it. Trent Baalke.
So this is a move that like only Shad Khan and his stupid, idiotic family would make.
Ooh.
So they decided to fire Doug Peterson, which was fairly a known point. But before they hired Doug Peterson initially, they had huge struggles to actually appoint a head coach, and that was because no coach that was available or willing to move wanted to work with Trent Baalke. And then they doubled down Shad Khan and decided to keep Trent, and that's when they brought on Doug Peterson. Okay, and Doug Peterson was desperate. They then fired Doug Peterson 3 years-ish later, and they decided to still keep with Trent Baalke. Now, they went for the whole interviewing process where we are led to believe that some of the coaches expressed interest in the positions, but turned it down because they did not want to work with general manager Trent Baalke. All right. So after that, when other head coaches, and this includes Ben Johnson, I believe Ben Johnson interviewed for the job as well in Jacksonville. Yes. And after all of these coaches then decided not to go and then sign for other teams, Shad Khan then decides to fire Trent Baalke. So now, as this process has kind of come to an end of various coaches have their new jobs and whatever, he's now without a general manager and without a head coach and coaching staff. I don't understand. And despite what you think, baby, or what's been reported, I don't think Robert Saleh is going to go to Jacksonville. I think it's almost like a given he's going to come back to San Francisco at least for a year. I do think he will, but it's just stupid. I think now we have now cemented that Jacksonville are the worst run team in the NFL. They have to be. They have to be. They honestly have to be. I mean,
I think the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are up there.
Sin.
I think the Cowboys are up there with one of the worst run franchises.
Yeah, but then we can put a lot of that down to Jerry's dementia. But Derry still makes money, and and Shad Khan's just a moron.
Yeah, I mean it's a really backwards area. I mean, it's been what now 3 weeks since the end of the season.
Yeah.
Why do it then? Why not do it when a lot of the top candidates have now gone to jobs or been interviewed at least twice for jobs? It seems to be that, okay, Sarah turned it down, Ben Johnson turned it down, there was someone else who turned it down, I can't remember from the top of my head. And then the Buccaneers offensive coordinator goes, yeah, I ain't working with that numpty.
Yeah.
Okay, that's too much. One of our people who lives literally half an hour, 2 hours down the road from us has gone, yeah, I'm not working here with him. Has got, that kind of gone, Yeah, okay. Time's time.
Going a bit off topic, but this is probably the best question to ask to Phil.
Mhm.
I've not heard much about candidates for the Raiders head coaching job.
No, and I actually haven't either.
No.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. It's been very, very hush-hush. I mean, I know Tom Brady has been very much hands-on with the process of bringing in his own people for head coaching and general manager. To be fair, I just completely forgot about when I said about worst run franchises. The Raiders are also one of the worst run franchises. No, I actually haven't heard anything whatsoever. Maybe in a week's time we'll be like, going, "Oh my God, they brought back Chucky," but
I mean, so me personally, the only thing I've heard is Mike Vrabel texting Tom Brady going, "I'm going back home."
yeah.
So I think Vrabel was in the conversation for the Las Vegas job.
I wouldn't be surprised if they reach out for someone like, say, like a Pete Carroll, or
I heard the Niners been discussing Pete Carroll as a DC.
but they discussed him last
Pete
year.
Carroll, I actually heard Pete Carroll was in discussion with Seahawks anyway. So you never
Seahawks.
know. With Las Vegas anyway. So you never know. Well, hey, that's life going forward. Is there any other little bit of news that you gentlemen would like to talk about before we go into talking about the championship games that are coming up, gentlemen?
I think
yes, I'll do it. Thank you. Yes, I did. The Raiders have got a new GM whose name escapes me at the minute. I do apologise for that lack of foresight there. But apparently he's the old Bucks GM who won a Super Bowl with
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. That's right. So yeah, even Brady's bringing in his buddies now to Vegas as well, by the looks of it.
That's why he should do. You know, okay, right? Who do I trust? Who do I do? That's what he did when he went to Tampa Bay. He brought in players he knew and respected and worked with. So that's what he did in the past. And yeah, going forward, right? Championship weekend. As I tweeted out, or as we tweeted out, I should say, on Wednesday, whatever it is, Baby Hope is pretty much unassailably catched and this year's predictions champion, unless I decide to make some kind of rule up so he loses 15 points. But it depends if
I finished second.
Oh, no, you're not finished second yet. Hendo can still
Mr. Perrin could still just finish second, but he's got to get everything right and you've got to get everything wrong.
Yeah.
I usually do it, to be fair.
And we all know you're going to predict. We all know you're going to predict Lamar as MVP, so that's 1 point for you already.
No, I can't. Even I'm not going to say that.
Right, let's roll on to the NFC Championship game, which is the first game of the weekend, which is Commanders going to Philadelphia. It's an NFC East matchup. Not long ago, we called this division the dumpster fire of the league. I think it's when we actually started this podcast 3 years ago.
NFC least.
Yeah, I think it was probably when we started this podcast. Maybe 4 years ago now.
Yeah, I know.
4 years in March. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Wow.
I still remember our first birthday when I was the only one that wore a party hat.
I don't wear party hats, mate, nowadays.
That's because you were 12 the week before. Probably left over from a party, I expect.
No, I went all the way to Poundland in Cheltenham to get them.
Right. NFC matchup.
Yeah, there was a joke there. I'm not touching it.
Baby Hope, lead us off, my friend.
I mean, yeah, the Eagles. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that close, to be honest. Jayden Daniels has to run out of steam. Eventually, the Eagles are a very, very good team. I think they're heading to the big dance.
Mr. Harris.
It makes sense to pick Philadelphia, but also it made sense to pick Detroit as well. And we saw what happened there. So, and I've heard Jayden, what's his name? I couldn't think of his name. Jalen Hurts, is carrying a bit of a knee injury. So read into that what you will. Do you know what? Washington, why not?
He's trying to not come second.
I know, right? As you know, Jayden Daniels would be the first rookie to make a playoff, to make a Super Bowl as starting quarterback. If that was to happen, no one expected Washington to be anywhere near as good as they are. No one expected Jayden Daniels to be as good as he is. Yet they're still here. They knocked off the number one seed. They finished second in their division. They were sixth seed overall, if I remember correctly, maybe even fifth seed overall.
Sixth.
You know what? I'm going to double down on you, Shane. I think I'm going to go Washington as well, mate.
Yes. Do it.
Well, I really hope you guys are right.
Perrin?
Do you know what? I'm going to double down as well. I actually think I'm going to go triple down. I actually think the Redskins. Sorry, my bad.
They redacted.
The football team are going to win against the Eagles.
Well, I really do hope you're right.
Right. I mean, JJ Watt called them the Redskins live on Pat McAfee the other day.
I don't know what I did.
Slip of the tongue. Slip of the tongue.
It's quite funny, right? Over to the AFC matchup. The Bills are hosting the Chiefs.
No, the
Right,
Chiefs
let's
are
go with not what we want to happen, but what we
Chiefs
think
are
is
hosting
going
the
to
Bills.
happen.
The Chiefs are hosting the Bills, not the Bills are hosting the Chiefs. The Chiefs are hosting the Bills.
Chiefs are hosting the Bills. Yeah, that's what I said.
You said it the other way around.
Oh, whatever.
They're playing each other. That's all you need to know.
I've got no internet, probably. I'm running off my phone. I'm doing the best I can. All right. Okay. AFC matchup. Let's go with what we think, not what we hope, please, gentlemen. Baby Hope, over to you, my friend.
I'm thinking with my heart. There's no way I'm saying those people in red, so I'm saying Bills.
Ooh. You're going to Buffalo.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, there is something about that stadium. I love to be in that stadium when they do their chant because I just think it'll be electric in there. Mr. Harris.
Why is a three-peats on? There's nothing we can do about it.
Oh, shut your mouth.
I wish that wasn't the case. I'm sorry. I want the Bills to win, but the three-peats on. The league needs it to happen so they can plaster Mahomes' face everywhere, and then he'll get more money for the league. All Goodell cares about his money. You know this.
I think you mean Pastor Kelsey and Taylor Swift everywhere.
But when,
I try not to mention her.
Kelsey has said enough times on his podcast over the last year that if they three-peat, he's retiring.
I think he's retiring anyway.
He's retired anyway.
So, Shane, are you going KC?
Yes, bud.
Screw you. I've never wanted Buffalo to win so much in my life. No, all seriously, I think this is the year that Josh Allen removes that Josh Allen but situation off his name now, but can he do it in the playoffs? But he's never been able to do this. I think this is the year that Josh Allen removes it, and it's going to be a Buffalo win.
Lamar didn't, did he?
Say no more.
And he's used for a sneaky job, 6-11.
Josh Allen grew up idolizing Steve Young. He grew up watching Alex Smith. He grew up embracing Colin Kaepernick. And his favorite player in the NFL is Brock Purdy. Josh Allen is 49er through and through. You think I'm wearing this Bills jersey because I like Buffalo? No, I'm wearing this Josh Allen jersey because a 49er is going to destroy that smug prick, Patrick Mahomes, and his merry band of arseholes, and they're going to win.
We can't say prick.
So picture this, yeah. Arrowhead Stadium. Chiefs have just fallen to the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen walks into the middle of the stadium and rips a monkey off his back.
No, I've got one better. When he destroys the Chiefs, he's going to bring his girlfriend, future fiance, Haley Steinfeld, onto the field on the KC symbol, and she's going to sing one of Taylor Swift's songs.
Better than Taylor Swift?
Well, yeah,
Well,
and
it's
she's
not,
gonna
I
sing
can.
what you made me do.
I mean,
Ooh.
you know her and Taylor Swift are friends, right?
I don't care.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Sorry, what now?
she was in the Blood video when Taylor had all her friends in it.
Because now we got
Okay.
bad blood.
Never knew
Just
that.
couldn't care about
Never knew
anything
that.
else less in my life.
As you boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, may have seen, the NFL have announced their nominees for said award, but the players and the coaches don't care about those ones. They care about ours. They care about the Third and Long UK Podcast Awards. This is the one they want to award.
But I got away with it then.
Somebody wasn't prepared.
I thought I got away with it then. We got past an hour. Might as well do it on Thursday show. See you next week, guys.
Yeah, but we need to put the poll out and put everyone so everyone can vote, mate. That's how we do it. So I need to
Go
do it
on
this
then.
week.
It's all right. Just park the show for an hour and a half. Go on, it's fine.
Yeah, well, we talked about it earlier and we said it was going to happen. Right. MVP. We'll go around the table. Baby Hope, who is your nomination for MVP?
Josh Allen.
Nice.
said.
Mr. Harris.
If he's going Josh Allen, I got to go LJ then, haven't I?
Oh, you're going to go out. My pen stopped working now.
My brain stopped working now.
Mate, my brain stopped working months ago.
I was about to say, if your brain stopped working, it had to have been working in the first place.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Who hurt you? I want to know. Who hurt you?
You know what?
It's been a long week.
Mr.
Don't take
Perry.
it on me. I know your punch bag.
I'm going to go with Mr. 49er himself, Josh Allen.
He's already been taken, my friend.
Yeah, you can't take him as well.
We're just voting. I'm going to pick Saquon.
There you go.
I'm going to say Joe Cool.
Oh my
I think
God.
he's had a brilliant season, mate. If that team was in the playoffs, he would be in the conversation for MVP.
Yeah, he should.
I don't disagree.
Joe Burrow should win it, but he won't.
No. Mr. Harris, this time it is for Offensive Player of the Year.
Saquon.
Nice. Mr. Perrins, Offensive Player of the Year nomination, please.
I don't know who's open. Derrick Henry.
Nice.
You know what I'm going for? I'm going for Triple Crown champion, Jamar Chase.
Nice.
Ooh,
Damn it, that's what I'm about to take.
There you go.
I'm going to take Joe Cool.
You're going to say Joey V?
Yeah.
No. Mr. Perrins, your Defensive Player of the Year.
God, he's had a great year on defense. Just off the top of my head. TJ Watt.
Nice.
I can't remember. Like my head's gone blank.
I'm going to go for Xavier McKinney, the Green Bay Packers.
I knew you would. I knew it.
How would you know I was going to take him?
Andrew Van Ginkel.
I wanted it because I wanted it.
You're taking Blankenship.
No, Van Ginkel.
Oh, Van Ginkel. Oh, what a shout that is. Go on then, Shano.
You all kind of robbed me of everything now. So just have a think. See, there's no one else springs to mind really. You know, I would. I
know someone. I'll tell you what. You take McKinney, then I'll take Kirby Joseph.
That's another one I was thinking of. I was going to say I'd rather lick a toilet seat than take TJ Watt. But yeah, okay, fine. I'll take Xavier McKinney.
TJ Watt was already taken.
And I'll take.
Okay,
and
so
I'll
no one
take.
take him.
Haha.
Could be Joseph.
Baby Hope. No, actually, that's a lie. Me first. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I know people are going to take a certain other player, but I'm taking a wide receiver. I'm taking Malik Neighbors.
I knew it.
Buck Bowers.
Oh, that's going to Shane.
Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Phil, please take the one that's going to win.
Oh, I'm going to pick Jayden
Yeah,
Daniels.
please.
I was like literally just thinking like, literally in my head I'm going like, oh, okay then, should I take Bucky Irving or like?
Oh, Bucky Irving's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Jayden
great one.
Daniels.
This is going to be a hard one. Baby Hope, Defensive Player of the Year.
Chop Robinson.
Nice. Yes.
Defensive rookie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Go on
Good
then, Shane. Defensive Rookie of the Year, mate.
Oh, sorry, Jared Verse.
Nice. Mr. Parent?
Cupid de Jean.
Yeah.
Cupid de Jean.
Cupid de Jean. Oh,
There you
yeah.
I mean, I was going to take him, but I'll take his fellow corner, fellow rookie, Quinn Mitchell.
Phil, you could have said when it come to offensive rookie of the year, you could have said 50 cents, brother, 25 cent, Ricky Pearsall.
But like Ricky gets half the season because he got shot. He's got the comeback player of the year.
That's what I mean.
He's not even nominated.
said it.
He literally got shot.
Yeah, he's not been
Nearly
nominated.
died and came back to play
I know.
the same year. Disgusting.
There we go. Does that say it all?
Coach of the Year, gentlemen. And it is Shane. Yeah, you're first, Shane.
Coach of the year. Okay. I'm never ever going to take Andy Reid. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Kevin O'Connell.
Cool. No.
Oh,
What now?
who I was going to pick.
Phil?
Fine, Dan Quinn.
Nice. Oh, it's a good shout. That's a very good shout.
Baby Hope.
You're next. It's you then, me.
Oh crap! I have, won't I? I'm gonna go Dan Campbell. Yeah.
Sirianni.
Definitely not. You know what? I'm going to say Sean McVay. I think he did a good job with the Rams.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah.
To be fair, no one expected them to be as good as that. Last but not least, we are going to start with Comeback Player of the Year, Mr. Perrins.
What about Assistant Coach of the Year? What about Assistant Coach of the Year?
I'm not doing that one. We don't do that one.
That's something.
You know what?
As he's quickly Googling.
Yeah, I'm trying to see which players actually came back this year. Like,
Didn't you just said one?
yeah, but like you said, he's not even nominated.
He's not.
So what's
No,
the point of
it's
saying?
what we can do.
Someone's
I'll do
nominated,
Ricky.
but they came
I'll
back
do
last
Ricky.
year.
I can't wait to get my Ricky Personal jersey as well. It's going to be so good when it turns up.
Yeah, I need to send it to you.
Apparently, you've got one. Apparently, you've got one.
Yeah,
Well, I have
no,
a San Francisco Ricky Personal jersey. But like,
it's in my room. I just need to actually send it to you.
it's fine, mate. Don't worry.
Oh,
No drama.
Yeah, your Comeback Player of the Year, Mr. Perrins. I didn't hear
Oh,
you.
that's Rick. He literally got shot. He nearly died.
I
don't know why I'm laughing so
mean, it's enough reason to go, isn't it? I mean, yes, rookie, yeah. My Comeback Player of the Year. J.K. Dobbins.
Nice.
you know, I was thinking the same thing.
Sam Darnold.
Nice. Sammy D.
Saquon Barkley.
What's he come back from?
He's a
They
fuck-
thought he
he's
was
a-
washed. He was chucked by the Giants. They thought he was washed.
No, he wasn't touched. Come on, let's have a legit.
But behind that old line, but he lit the league on fire.
Comeback player of the year, Mr. Harris.
I just said Saquon Barkley.
Sitcom.
He was big.
Oh,
Honest to God, he was chucked in the bin. Can you imagine the Giants kept him? Saying that, would he be as good if he still played for the Giants?
I mean, you could have taken Joe Bow. You could have taken DeMar Hamlin. Somehow DeMar Hamlin.
Again?
comeback player.
No, I don't like DeMar Hamlin. He played well against
You could
us.
have taken Aaron Rodgers. That was another one who was nominated, I think, wasn't
I'm not sure.
DeMar Hamlin's not, but he's one off now.
he? He's had a couple of interceptions this year.
Yeah, he has.
I know, one was against us.
DeMar Hamlin. Yeah, I was about to say he was going to. Right, ladies and gentlemen, somehow I will upload this, and at some point I will upload this episode as soon as my internet works properly and I get some proper things going again. But as always, thank you very much for tuning and watching. We will be downloadable when you can. Please listen to us. Please say hello.
Hi.
Stop.
Say-
Hold that thought. You didn't do the promo.
Crack on
I
then.
think he was getting to it.
Was you? He probably was, wasn't he? Fine, go on then.
Every week, like as you well know, we are well and truly sponsored by or endorsed by Fantasy Game Day app. They have games coming into the championship weekend games. Go and download the app, use the app. Very easy to use. I think most of us have won money on this podcast from the app. Very easy to use. You select a team.
Or half of us have.
Yep. Select your team. If you finish in the top so many, it's really, really easy to use. Captain, blah, blah, blah. Use our promo code THIRD. That's the word THIRD, THIRD. You'll get £7.50 added back into your account once you've made your first lineup and saved it. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Good night and stay safe all.